Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. We've got a battle on the Ellenberg map, and it's Killer Rick from Daddy Clan. Second battle from him in the channel. So thanks for the content again, Rick. He's in the 53 TP, which is Tier 8 Polish heavy tank. And I don't think we've had a battle in this tank before, so let's have a quick look at the stats. So 122mm, 420 average damage, and standard pen is 218. And I think Rick's just looking out for support. And what's the premier rate is APCR with average pen 245. And he's in tier 7 to tier 8 match, so no issue with penetration. Okay, now it's this area here. So typically, heavy tanks go up and down these two lines, or battle in these two lines, and one of the things you can do is find windows or gaps where you can shoot through. And this particular bridge you can see where the enemy VZ-44 is contestable, and people shoot across from both sides. There's mounds that you can protect your lower plate, but if you're sitting out in the open and giving the side of your turret to someone, then you're going to pay the price. So Killer Rick has just extracted some price from that supplier there, so he's pulled back, which is part of what this is trying to do. And again, just looking for gaps, looking for tanks crossing through those gaps and trying to slide a shot through. And there are some little windows that you can find. But that was quick reaction there. Fire the shot, pull back straight away. That's a nice tasty IS there. Can he shoot at him through a gap? Not quite. Oh, there you go. Oh yes, he does. There you go. Thread the needle. Get the shot in. And thanks to the big alpha of this gun, he's got 1.2k damage already. Alright, he tells target 1 to pull back, and not quite in time, gets taken out. But now he's found a nice juicy KV5. No problem going through that, or he's firing his APCR there, so yeah, definitely no problem. He takes a hit from the VZ-44, but that's okay. Hit points to play with, and he puts another shot in the KV5, so that's ticked him over to 2k damage. VZ-44 misses on his next shot. And Killer Rick's got this nice little spot here. Now, one of the advantages of this spot is you've got a little ramp here, so as long as you've got reasonable gun depression, you can put yourself up on the ramp slightly. The main effect there is it'll make your upper front plate even more of an angle, which will make it more of a ricochet chance when people shoot at it. And it also gives you a bit more protection from your commander's hatch if you've got such a weakness. You can see Rick just pointing his gun up in the air, doing the same thing there, basically trying to protect his commander's hatch. Now that VK 100.01, nicely giving his side to Rick. That's the main weakness of that VK, is the side plate. So taking full advantage of that. And now he's going after the commander's hatch, which he managed to do. So he did take a hit from the VK, but Rick is now up to 3.5k damage. Definitely making his mark there. A little bit behind in tanks. They've lost 2 tanks for the enemies and then lost 1, but they've got a reasonable lead in damage, and Rick definitely helping with that. A couple more shots on that VK and it's going to be gone. Can he get a shot in? No, unfortunately just didn't get enough chance to aim there. Discretion being the better part of valor in that case. He didn't want to take another big hit from the VK. So go and change the angles. In fact, try and shoot something else. Even can be the option. And again, just looking for angles through the gaps. There we go. Can you get a shot on the VK? Yep, gets another nice side shot in there. Takes it down very much to a 1 shot. In fact, he just needed a couple of high rolls, and that would be 1 dead tank already. And there's the VK still offering his side, and he goes through. He gets the remaining 97 hit points, and it's ammo rack, but probably more from having a damaged ammo rack in the first place. So Rick is now up to 4.4k of damage, punishing that T-32. So a tank with good frontal turret armor, but he's exposing too much of his side. And Rick having no problem going through him. Now they've got a significant lead in damage done. Just looking for another opportunity there. So this is where it can start to get dangerous, that if you're not getting targets in your comfort zone area, you might have to start moving and get into areas where you haven't really scoped out or thereabouts. But particularly on this map, oh, he's got another side there. The IS just presents nicely and just bounce the round back onto Rick. So that's the best sort of trade you can get. So doesn't really get in the way of that ISU there. No, it takes a big hit from the arty, but not much you can do. But he finds a Panther running away, puts a nice shot in there. Panther gets taken out. So now his team is well up in guns as well as in hit points. So Rick now looking for alternatives, and he managed to destroy a Super Hellcat that's doing a bit of a drive-by just on the wrong side of the map. Sorry buddy, send you back to the garage. And there's not a lot of hit points left on this side of the map, so across the river. Now, there are definitely deep parts of this river, so you've got to know your points to cross. You can have a look at the water there, and where it's browner coloured, you know that's got solid land underneath. So don't go diving off the side of the bridges, because that's really where the deepest water is. Certainly drowned a few tanks in this river. Alright, there's only 3 tanks left now. There's 1 arty and 2 TDs. 2 of them last seen at the back there. So I'm not sure Rick is going to get too much more action out of this. He just needs another 54 hit points, and he's got 6k of damage, but will he get there? He's just looking for them being spotted really, and try and shoot from a distance. He's not fast enough to get there in his heavy tank. Alright, that's the SU. Oh, he's just gone down below the ridge line there. Someone's put a hit into the M1. There's a strip, but the strip gets taken out, so it's really just the SU and the S51 arty. They're both in the same spot, and there's too many tanks around them. I don't think Rick's going to get a shot there. Puts in a try shot there, but not going to get there. And that is the end of the game. Let's see how Rick performed against the rest of the team. Well, as advertised, he got the Ace Tanker Mastery Badge there and the High Caliber Award. He did, as we saw, he did 5.9k of direct damage and a very small amount of assisted damage, which would have been possibly tracking, and which gave him just over 6k of combined damage. Would have certainly helped his effort to get to his 3rd mark of excellence on that tank. 1526 base experience, almost double the next highest player in terms of experience. That's a good high level of base experience. And that next player was the Turtle, who did 2k damage, and looks like no one else did over 2k. So yeah, good thing Rick was on that team. And on the enemy side, there was some good damage there from the VZ that he was dueling with, and the Striv that was killed near the end had done 3.3, so but he was right in the corner, so didn't really influence much of the battle in the middle, and the rest of the team basically did a very small amounts of damage. So definitely influenced by Rick there and his capabilities, so congratulations there, Rick. So 20 shots fired, 17 hit, a few snapshots there, 15 penetrations gave him his damage total. He did block 1490 hit points of damage, so that's pretty handy, but he's a heavy tank, so you'd hope you'd get some blocking there. Got some missions payout to give him an extra 30k, and his major expense there was on ammunition, so he made a decent profit of 51k. Another great game there from Rick. Thanks again for the content. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. It certainly helps the video perform. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing that as well. We'll have more good content for you, and thanks for watching.